Welcome, Principal Ma'am, to our show. So, firstly, I would like to tell you and the audience what is off the record. Off the record is basically a casual and free-willing chat with our guest. And today, as a chief guest, we have Principal of Delhi Public School Chhatarpur, Mrs. Vassala Singh. I am Akshat Khare, and he is my friend Parasasati. We both are from 7th grade.
इस पूरे इंटरव्यू के दौरान हम हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों में बात करेंगे एंड इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन दैट यू थिंक यू वांट टू आस्क टू अस यू आर फ्री टू डू दैट
So, shall we begin?
Thank you. My pleasure to be here and my honor and pleasure to be interviewed by my own students. Looking forward to it.
Thank you. So, ma'am, आप अपने बारे में कुछ बताइए. Your hobbies, food you like, things you like to do.
I'm Vatsala Singh. I have the honor and pleasure of heading the team DPS at Chhatarpur. And it's been a wonderful, wonderful journey. I've been here for almost 3.5 years. And in these 3.5 years, the school has achieved great success in quality education. The school has been recognized nationally as one of the best schools in the state, best school in the city, even one of the most topmost 300 schools in the country. The school has attained a position thanks to the children, thanks to you all, your hard work, your sincerity and your achievements have brought the school this honor, and the efforts of the staff who are lifelong learners, who continue to grow and improve their strategies and methods to give the best to the children.
मैम व्हाट रिस्पांसिबिलिटीज यू कैरी एज अ प्रिंसिपल ऑफ डीपीएस छतरपुर मैम कैन यू टेल
As the principal of DPS Chhatarpur, I am the team leader of my team of teachers and the administrative staff. I am their mentor also, where I guide them professionally, personally, emotionally, physically to get the best out of them. And I guide them to how to learn and how to grow, how to make their methods more interesting, more engaging for the children, how to keep abreast with the latest technology, the latest innovation in teaching and learning, how to prepare them for all the dynamic changes that are happening in education. All of you know about the National Education Policy, that it is going to bring a big transformation in education, the way we teach, the way we learn. So my role is a mentor, and as the principal of the school, mentor for my team of teachers and students, and also the parents of the students, to help them understand what is required to do for the best of the children. Because all of us together are preparing the children for future. A future which is very dynamic, a future which is very, very unsure. We don't know what is going to happen in future. All we can do is we can arm our children with the skills required for the future, so that whatever happens, whatever situation they face in future, whatever the demand of the time, they feel that they are prepared, they can handle it, and they can learn, adapt and grow.
Ma'am, like you said, you are mentor. So, like, do you face any challenges while being mentor of this big administration? And like, if you face challenges, how you deal with them?
See, beta, challenges are always there in any work, and there are more challenges when things change very fast. You've seen that in the past, especially last 2 years, things have changed very dynamically. Things which we didn't even knew and we had to face. And the biggest challenge in these times are, when the times are changing, you're never prepared for it. You don't have any kind of education or the skills required for it to be prepared in advance. So you only face the situation and rise up to the situation. In that, I think so, judgment, quick thinking, and timely preparation and timely guidance and timely action is the most important thing. To analyze the situation and act fast according to it. So like when we talk about COVID situations, we know that our team, even I think within 2 days we transitioned to the online examination. And in these 2 days we took care to even train our children and parents. The whole day we took time to train them so that they understand what this mode is. That was a very, within 24 or 48 hours we had to rise up to the situation and challenge. So not losing your composure, not focusing on the problem, that is my attitude. I focus on the solution. If a problem arises, I just analyze the problem and then think what can we do to address this problem. So that I think so has been very helpful in all these challenges. Focusing on the solution, focusing on how to make the best of these challenges, and then finding ways working with my team. Can't do it alone. I may think and plan alone, but then I need my team to work with me. So I have to spearhead these, but I have a wonderful, wonderful team. And you all know your teachers. They are lovely and great. In situations of challenges, the best comes out of them. And we have worked 24 hours for many, many days, the core team. And that is how we transitioned and trained and researched about new ways of how to train our teachers to face the new situation, how to transition their teaching on the online mode with the best apps available, with the least of cost involved in it, the least of time involved in it, and to engage everyone's skills and train them. It was an ongoing process. And then once the teachers were ready and trained for it, then we had to train the students as well as the parents also, because when the children are at home, the parents are our biggest support, who can help them to use these resources well, supervise the children at home and help the teachers in the teaching and learning.
मैम, स्कूल एक हॉस्टल बनाने वाला है, ऑडियंस भी जानना चाहती है, हम लोग पर्सनली भी जानना चाहते हैं उसमें क्या क्या फैसिलिटीज होगी, ये सर्विस कब से शुरू होगी और उसकी पूरी प्रोसेस क्या होगी?
By God's grace and by everyone's demand, we are launching the hostel this year, that is session 2022-23. We want to begin with quality and we want to control these standards to give the best to everyone. So that is why we are starting small. Right now we are launching the hostel only for boys of 6th to 8th grade. And the facilities that will be provided to them will be world-class facilities like we have in a school. We don't want to begin something without proper preparation and without quality standards. So in the beginning we want to start small but with all the quality standards, and we want to take in those students who are eager to learn, maybe who do not have, they come from places where schools are not as good as they would expect them to be, so we will provide them quality education. But the students which we will take, the assessment and the admission standards will be a little strict and firm. The children who are good in learning and teaching, who want to take advantage of these facilities provided to them by the parents. The facilities that will be provided will be a lot of backup and support for academics. Along with academics, giving them, we have all the state-of-the-art facilities in school where physical education and sports and everything is concerned. We have a wonderful swimming pool, we have an athletic field, indoor courts also. So the children will be given a totally complete holistic development. And the hostel will be totally air-conditioned. The hostel that we are beginning is only for 30 children, so that we can focus on their development and growth. And when these 30 children will stay with us for a year, and there will be a change in development in their academics, in their personality, they'll be our brand ambassadors for that.
मैम एज अ वुमेन मैम बहुत challenges you face. मैम आप प्रिंसिपल हैं लेकिन आपको मैम सोसाइटी से प्रेशर नहीं आया एज अ डायरेक्ट.
Say it again. Go back. Go back. Be comfortable.
मैम एज अ वुमेन what challenges do you face? मैम आप प्रिंसिपल हैं लेकिन आपको सोसाइटी से प्रेशर नहीं आया एज अ वुमेन.
But when I say we are professionals, then gender doesn't matter. Okay? Whether men, women, challenges are the same. Gender matters only in cases where there are certain circumstances where the opportunities are not given to them. But I think so. I believe equality is not that men, women are equal. It is equality is that equal opportunities, equal chances, equal standards are extended to them. So whether I'm a female or male, challenges are the same. And I think so. I feel that being female gives us an advantage. Where we are more empathetic and compassionate. And I think so. There is one difference that I feel, maybe people may disagree. Women are better at multitasking. So these kind of jobs requires a lot of multitasking. You have to balance lots of things, home, work. In work also there are different tasks, not just academic, administrative, at every level. So I believe women are more empowered to multitask. So it is an advantage being a woman.
Ma'am, what do you think about Indian education system? Do you think that कि सिर्फ ये उन्हीं लोगों को like बढ़ावा देता है जिन लोगों के अच्छे मार्क्स आते हैं, जिन लोगों के अच्छे मार्क्स नहीं आते but they have talent, तो क्या उनके टैलेंट को आगे बढ़ावा नहीं मिल पाता?
I think this is a misconception. Of course, academics are very important. Let's not have any doubts about that. Because without education, academics means the basic education, literal education, is very important any field you go. But see, everyone has different competences. So it does not, it does not mean that 90% or 100% is good or 70% is not good. But I do believe that everyone should try and do the best that they can. Everyone has that competence. Okay? If God has gifted you with some other skill and talent, then it has to be balanced with that. But I disagree with that, because you've seen all our sports stars or stars in different fields of performance, like Sachin Tendulkar, all of us idolize him. He has not had his basic education also, but he had an outstanding skill which was identified, and he did very well in that. So anything, I believe, whatever you do, you should do to the best of your ability. Academics in all the cases are equally important, because everything is based on that. If you do not have that base, in any field, you need to understand things and concepts about it, whether it is art or performance or sports. So it is required, but it is not the only thing. Where I would like to guide my students is that whatever you take up, whatever you feel that your talents are, your interests are, give it the best, the very best that you can. Because mediocre, it becomes mediocre in everything. So, and never forget that academics is the basis. So you have to balance everything. The proportion of balances can change as per your skills and your strength. But the right balance and harmony is required. So academics has to be the most important base in that. And if you have any other skills that you want to hone and specialize in, you have to balance it with that. Okay?
And how do you manage your personal life and professional life? Tell something about this.
See, when I'm talking about balance, life is about balance. Life is about priorities. And priorities does not mean one thing at the cost of the other. All of us have our responsibilities. all of us have families. So whether me or any other person, male, female, anyone who's working is balancing home, social life, public life, and work. And when you are working, of course, the priority is towards work because you have certain responsibilities and many life depending on that. But work and personal life balance is the key to success everywhere. So for me, I wake up at 4 o'clock every day and I fulfill my duties as a homemaker, as a family person. And now since my children have grown up, so not that much time is required. When they were younger, of course, more time was devoted to that. So now I have to balance work and home, but still I do get a lot of time for myself as well. It has become easier since my children have grown up to balance work and home. And I love my work. I love what I do. So when you love something, it does not feel like work. You enjoy every moment of it.
Ma'am, can you tell the timetable when it is holidays? Which timetable you follow?
At home,
Yes, ma'am.
I always wake up at 4. I never sleep late. After waking up, after finishing my personal chores, I perform puja and I do meditation, some exercises, and then I cook for the family. On holidays, I love watching movies. So 2-3 hours afternoon, I watch a movie.
Ma'am,
a
any
good movie.
particular movie you like?
I like movies based on real life stories, inspirations.
Ma'am, autobiography.
Yes, not exactly autobiographies. I like historical dramas. I like movies based on real life stories. The many very inspirational.
Ma'am, any favorite movie?
There's not one favorite. If I say favorite, then that's not a real life Sound of Music. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Those musical movies I really, really love. And I think all-time favorite, I don't know whether you all have seen Sholay.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
I know each and every dialogue of Sholay by heart.
Ma'am, like you
I
watched
love
it
the movie.
2-3 times you watched it.
Yes, I must have watched so many times. So that is, and these musical, Sound of Music, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Mary Poppins. They are those movies where you love to sing along with them. You like to watch them again and again. So I love watching movies. My holidays, 2-3 hours in the afternoon is spent with that only.
Ma'am, what makes DPS different from other schools? Like if you ask me as a student, I can tell you that DPS has many activities. Teachers have like different ways of teaching. For example, if you see अपराजिता मैम का पढ़ाने का तरीका काफ़ी अच्छा है, वो मस्ती से पढ़ाती हैं. चित्रा मैम ऐसे पढ़ाती हैं कि सब कुछ समझ आ जाता है. आशा मैम को काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस है. आजम सर कुछ पढ़ाते नहीं है बट ही इज़ अ ग्रेट मेंटर. वो काफ़ी अच्छी गाइडेंस देते हैं. लाइक ही इज़ लाइक अ फ्रेंड. उनसे कुछ भी शेयर कर सकते हैं. बट आई वांट टू नो फ्रॉम अ प्रिंसिपल पर्सपेक्टिव.
You have quoted the strength of the teachers, and any good team becomes stronger when there are different strengths that come together. So the team here, every teacher complements and supplements each other, and it's a very supportive team. When we talk about teachers, there are no conflicts basically. When we work on a task, we work together. We support each other, and the best thing about DPS is that everyone is striving for excellence. Every teacher is striving for learning more. I think so that has been one of my most satisfying experience here. I am a lifelong learner. Till date I keep learning something, keep doing courses, join some kind of webinars, read a lot about whatever is happening new. So I wanted my teachers also to do that. And especially during the COVID times, there are lots of webinars and sessions professional development sessions were offered for teachers everywhere in the world free of cost. So our teachers, I think, so each and every teacher must have taken at least 50, 60 webinars and professional development sessions. So that hunger and that fire for learning has been my biggest achievement here. Every teacher now, I don't even have to tell them, on their own, to make them better in their teaching and learning, they're making efforts. They're doing international courses, nationally also topmost courses to make the subject better. And when they learn better, they teach better. And that excitement and enthusiasm to learn and to share with the children, give them the latest. So that fire from me has transferred to the teachers, from teachers has transferred to you all, because we can see that innovation and creativity amongst the children. You two are an example of that you thought of a new idea and came up with it. So we want the fire of learning, self-driven learning amongst all. So that, I think, so is the most outstanding achievement of DPS, where the children have the confidence to stand up, to speak, and children feel that desire to learn and grow, to do something new. Whenever we have any kind of competitions, we see such amazing performances from the children. Recently, when the science week, there was this Eureka box. There were really amazing ideas that came through, and all on their own, all innovative ideas. And when we talk about core academic achievement, one of our students was one of the toppers of the state also. Even nationally in 10th examination, he scored a position with 99.4%, Adarsh Agarwal. And not only here, in Vigyan Vidyarthi Manthan also he was second rank in the state. In the NTSC scholarship examination also he's qualified the first stage and appeared for the second one. So, and that kind of awareness and that fire of learning, that is what makes DPS outstanding. And once that fire is lit, then the sky is the limit for the children.
मैम ये जो सवाल थे तो लाइक हम दोनों के थे, but now the question that we are gonna ask you is of audience, and from the word audience I meant teachers and students.
Okay.
So the first question that audience asks is,
Ma'am, could you tell who was your inspiration?
My inspiration, there are many people whom my inspiration are. I think so. Children are my inspiration generally. Because the simplicity and the purity that I see in the children, I find that very inspiring. Not holding any kind of negativity, not holding any kind of grudges, always ready to learn, always ready to accept, never holding back. So generally children. And I've learned a lot from the children since the time I've started teaching, because they learn from me and I learn from them, how to take and how to give back. So it is a dynamic thing which still goes on.
मैम फिर पूछा है, how do you figure out that your staff and students are happy?
I think so. When I am here every single day, I'm the first one to reach school. When I see the children rushing to the school with a smile, greeting me with a big smile, happy to be here, I think there's no other proof that I require that they're happy to be in school. And same for the staff. If there is a smile on the face and no stress on their shoulders, and they look forward to coming to school and working in school. When we had our, recently we had this 3 weeks lockdown because of the third wave of COVID. I know so many children came up to me and said, we don't want any lockdown, we want to come to school, we love coming to school. That's the best proof.
Ma'am, most trusted teachers you can bet on, and tell anything.
I would not like to name anyone.
Ma'am,
Why?
like If
No.
we know that if you will, then it will be like pretty controversial. But
No, it's not controversy. It's not about controversy. I've been very, very grateful and fortunate that it is the entire team. And I always stress on that. It's the team that works and the team that fails. It's not just one person. Neither me nor the director nor any HODs or anyone. We are only as good as our team and we are as bad as our team. So if the team is good, and team is not just one person, team is the teachers, team is the admin staff, team is the support staff, everyone coming together collectively is what makes it good and what makes it worthwhile. So it's not about controversy, not about saying that somebody is favorite. I actually do not have any favorites. And everyone is my favorite, and everyone gets scolding from me from time to time when I feel that they are not doing up to their standards. Everyone has to raise their standards, do the best that they can. When they are not coming up to their own standards, they do get a pull up from me, any and everyone. And I feel blessed and fortunate that any good team would work well when there is a mutual trust. So when I tell my team anything, anyone, they trust that it is coming from the right thought and right heart, not coming with any kind of negativity or any kind of other negative feeling. Everyone trusts that it is coming out of a place of confidence and truthfulness. Similarly, it is a two-way street. So if my team is telling me something, giving me a feedback, I trust it is coming from the right source and the right heart and mind. And that is why the whole, this whole system works beautifully, because the team works beautifully.
ma'am, how would you raise to the expectations of your teachers and students?
How would you?
Raise to the expectations.
How would I rise to the expectations? Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think so. I come up to their expectations when I instill that confidence in them that I'm doing my best and I'm working for their interest, and I'm there in their support anytime that they need, and where I'm giving my students the best platform that they deserve and the best platform that I can provide them, the best environment I can provide them. I think that is how I come up to their expectations.
And how you are appreciating the work of your teachers and students?
I think so. I believe in instant appreciation. Okay. There's this management book which is there, 1 Minute Manager. If you read it, you would, I've learned a lot from that, where it says, and it is a very practical advice, you appreciate the person instantly. Appreciate the work of the person instantly. When you notice it. It may be very small, but noticing and appreciation at the right time and the right proportion. And it doesn't have to be too elaborate. Similarly, a mistake also. Notice it and pinpoint the mistake, not the person. And never point a mistake without giving a way to rectify it or suggesting ways to make it better. Criticism always has to be constructive with ways to make it better, to improve. And appreciation also has to be very focused on the task and the person. Appreciate that task. And appreciation not only personal, it should be public also sometimes, so that they understand that they're being noticed. Everyone likes to be noticed for their work.
Okay, ma'am. Last but not least, tell us about your sports career.
Oh, I love sports. When I tell my children that you have to balance your things, it is something that I have lived my life as a student also. By God's grace, my academics were also good, and I was into sports a lot. I was the captain of the basketball team. I was in the athletics, the 100 meters fastest runner of the school till the 10th standard. Um, High jump, long jump, shot put, any and everything. I used to participate and win in them. And I was the head girl of the school where I studied till 10th. I was the head girl where I did my 11th and 12th also. And not only sports, I was into elocution, singing, dancing, you name it, everywhere. I loved doing that. And in sports, especially in basketball, I played up to the state level in school, and we had a wonderful, wonderful and very strong team. And our coach was very tough with us. The coach was the coach of the UP team, state team, who belonged to that place where I had my schooling. So in the summer vacations or wherever he had vacation, he used to come to that place, and as giving back something to the society, used to come and train the students of our school. So the training was very, very tough. That's what I keep telling you. Without that hard work, you cannot be a good sports person. During our holidays, he did not allow us to go out anywhere. Sundays also, we used to go for cross country, then do exercises, practice our drills, practice our movements, and that is what made our team great. Not only me, I was good in that sport, the entire team. There were the boys who were part of the basketball team of our school who played at university level also. One of the boys played for the Indian team as well at the college level. So we were trained so well. It was very, very tough training, and I love sports. I think so that has given me the base for good health, and the having balancing the wellness, mind, body and spirit, because I believe from sports you not only learn how to play the sport, you learn so many other skills which are required to have a healthy life, for the well-being of the life, for having emotional, healthy emotional attitude towards everything in life. So sports is something which really, really grooms everyone as a complete human being. Emotional, mental and physical. So I'm fortunate to be one of those.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving your precious time to us. It was like our pleasure to interview you. That's it for today, for episode 1 of
I would also like to ask one question from my students.
Okay.
Because you have allowed me to do that. I would like to ask you what your biggest achievement has been in DPS.
DPS.
We have learned many things from here. There are many activities. Like in lockdown, I have make a video, and I do not know how to edit the videos. I have taken part in competition, and then I start know how to do editing. This is
Good, very good. And you?
Ma'am, like DPS supports out of the box thinking. You can't isolate yourself. So you have to push your limits. So DPS has allowed me to push my limits, and आज मैं इतना अच्छा बोल पा रहा हूँ इतने कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ, आज यहाँ बैठ के आपका इंटरव्यू ले पा रहा हूँ. मुझे ऐसा पर्सनली लगता है DPS की वजह से, क्योंकि मैं DPS में UKG से हूँ. UKG से लेके 7th क्लास तक काफ़ी चीज़ें मैंने नोटिस की हैं. वन ऑफ देम इज़ स्टेज पे बोलने के लिए बहुत सपोर्ट किया जाता है, विच इज़ कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स. आज के टाइम पे जितना एकेडमिक्स में है उतना ही कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स में है. सो जो अभी मेरी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स हैं वो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि DPS की वजह से अच्छी है.
Very good. I am happy that you understand that, because yes, you're right. DPS Chhatarpur especially is not, academics are a priority, but it's the whole soul development of a person, and giving every student an opportunity to grow and giving them the right platform. So I'm really happy, and I feel really honored to be interviewed by my students, and the questions that you asked me were really amazing, very soul searching and beautiful. I enjoyed every moment of it, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
That's for today's interview, episode 1 of Off the Record. We will meet you in the next episode. Thank you.